Our article is on preserved fish.
Preserved fish?
Preserved fish began in the Middle East/Asia in approximately 12,000 BC.
What do you put the fish in?
You can put it in bags or cans.
What about what do you put the fish in to preserve it?
Various substances.
Yeah.
You can use spices, salt.
Do you have fermented fish? Does that preserve it? Fermented juices?
This is preserved fish. I will now explain how to preserve fish. Step 1. Take the fish. Step 2. Flatten.
Flatten the fish!
Ayo! How do they flatten the fish?
Flatten the fish.
Dude, honestly, flattening the fish sounds so sounds like they're like stepping on it.
I think they either pound it or
So Damien, they pounded the fish or
they cut it in half. You know, like a flounder? Like...
it's kind of cut it
I think he's talking about cleaning the fish. So clean the fish and then you just get that meat. And they usually like
Y'all are very dirty children!
I'm sure another method is just placing a heavy object on it.
So you just place a heavy
We
object.
didn't read that part in detail.
Okay.
Why didn't you read that part in
Because
detail?
just flattening the fish, I thought that was easy enough.
Yeah, you gotta just like...
So just no, get it flat somehow. And then step 3, dry the fish.
Dry the fish.
Dry the fish. So you can do this by freeze drying, sublimation, radiation, and lastly, hot air drying. Step 4 is package the fish.
Package?
And step 5 is eat the fish. And that is all.
So, Jessica, you mentioned earlier about salting the fish.
Salting the fish.
And which step would you do that again?
It's like hot air drying.
What is hot air drying?
Hot air drying. Leave it out for hot and let it dry out. But they usually put salt over it.
Well, how do you get the salt on the fish if it's not wet?
What do you mean? Wait, what?
The salt on the fish if it's wet?
How do you get the salt on the fish?
Confusing me.
How do you get the salt on the fish if it's not wet?
How do you get the salt from the fish if it's not wet?
Yes!
We just you just dunk it so the fish is wet. So, you're saying that it won't really absorb the salt. They just dunk it in the salt or something, right? And it has to kind of stick.
But if it's dry, it won't take the salt.
They just dunk it in salt.
I'm not getting into detail.
Dip it like salsa.
And why aren't you getting into details?
Because these are just the simple steps of preserving the fish.
Steps that haven't been changed since 12,000 BC.
This is what is commonly used. That's why there's different methods for drying the fish.
Because if it's dry, then nothing really wants to eat it. With bacteria.
But then if you have moist fish, that's gonna go bad so quickly.
Aren't fish all moist in the sea?
That's why you need to dry the fish.
But if they're alive, then they won't rot. That's why you
But
gotta...
that's my question! How do you get the salt on the fish if it's not wet? If you have this dry napkin and you put salt on it, is the salt gonna stay? No!
Oh, napkin.
That's part of the step.
Don't
By
use
putting
napkin.
salt on the fish, it'll take the moisture out.
So the salt comes before the dry.
Yes, that's my question.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought that was clear. Sorry.
This is okay.
This
Okay.
Dry the fish.
Oh, we should talk about why they do this a lot.
You know how Asia is surrounded by water?
What?
Really? It's surrounded by water?
What's that? I was like, okay.
So when people needed to travel in the olden days, they had to travel on water. But the thing is, they needed food. for the journey. Therefore, they preserved fish to sustain themselves on the journey.
They basically fished from the sea, correct?
I don't know where else to get your fish.
And yet, you insist that they must salt the fish when these fish come from the ocean!
Well, I mean, you kind of have to add
You
additional
have
salt.
to do something. And salt takes the moisture out. The British commonly use salt to preserve their things. Preserve their meat.
Their tings.
British?
Preserved their tings.
The British wouldn't put salt in their potatoes!
Preserve it! They did it to preserve it because it took the moisture out and it would last longer.
But if they had salt, their potatoes wouldn't be safe!
Just call it. It's a lie. Okay, our final answer? Our final answer is that it's a lie. Tell me. I need answers.
That part was true though. The Middle East and Asia part, that's true.
Okay, but...
Did you read the article?
No.
No.
Is the Wikipedia
No,
article?
we did not.
So...
What part made you think this way?
I think it was like the pounding the fish part, and also like, and I think it was also like you said when you read the article. So then I was like, oh, okay, so you said that you read the article, but you would never like, you didn't say that if you didn't.
What the heck?
Also, I think a while ago I learned about preserving fish.
It's a man.
What?
Oh, it's a fish.
Oh my! It's a guy.
It's like God.